Hi Ashutosh. Yeah. How's your weekend going? Eh, Any good thing about job? Like are working on some interesting project. Hi Demant. In weekend I am working on vehicle counting. So are you asking about some project ideas that can be valuable and can also add some value to your profile? Is it what you're asking for? Bro, what's your opinion on Omdana? The platform looks good to me. Um, you can join there. There are a lot of different type of chapters. They call them as chapters, local chapter, and after that there are some global chapters, I guess. So those kind of things. So you can work on real time project, and you can work with people from various locations. So you will be working in a team, and that way you will be able to gain some team experience and experience of getting to work on some real world projects. So overall I think it's a good platform, and the best part is you don't have to pay anything, everything is free. So you will be able to learn, you will be able to gain some experience, you will be working on a live project. So those kind of projects will look good on your resume. So I have a good opinion about Umdana. I personally haven't um, done a project on that simply because I don't have time to do that. I'm already working full time, so that's there. And yeah, so it's just that I didn't get much time to do that. But if I had time, if I wanted to gain some experience, I would definitely give it a try. Yes, like I have worked on OCR and took a break for 6 months. Now again building profile. So OCR already is a good project, and now you are working on vehicle counting. So you are mainly focused on computer vision type of projects. So if you want to diversify your portfolio, then I think you can try to do projects in natural language processing, and also try to do projects related to um, traditional machine learning. And I'm assuming that you're using deep learning for both of these projects, vehicle counting and OCR. So I would say do some traditional machine learning problems as well, because not all companies are looking for those advanced topics like deep learning. So having a good knowledge and good projects on machine learning can also be very helpful. So just to give you some use cases, for machine learning there is no specific project that I can tell, because you can go on Kaggle and you can find some interesting data sets, and you can do quite a lot of machine learning projects there. So that's there. For natural language processing, you can do text classification. Sounds very basic, but there are a lot of things that you need to do to process the data. And for text classification you need to know a lot of things like tokenization, vectorization, lemmatization. There are a lot of things. So uh, you will learn quite a lot if you do some projects in natural language processing. So yeah, those are things which I can suggest you to diversify your portfolio. But if you just want to get into computer vision, then I think you're already on a right track. You're already doing projects related to computer vision. Is it easy to get into it? Like, will there be an interview or something? As far as I know, there won't be any hard interviews. They might just want to understand why do you want to join a particular project, why do you want to join Omdana, and if you have some basic knowledge, you can tell them that I have learned these things. Now I want to put those things into practical use. So those are my reasons to join. So whatever is your reason, you can tell those kind of things. So yes, you can certainly get into it. I don't think it is very hard, like any internship or full-time job. I don't think it's like that. So yeah, it is worth trying, and I think it should be pretty straightforward. Hi bro, I have received offer letter from University of Greenwich and University of East Anglia. Can you please let me know which one is a better option, from your opinion? Um, Both the universities are good. I think East Anglia has a relatively high course fees, so that's there. But overall, I think they both are good. In terms of course content, again, they both have very good course content. So I think if I just tell you about the course content and stuff, there is not much that I can say that go for this particular university over the other one. There are other factors like what type of scholarship you are getting, what location you prefer, because Greenwich is close to close to London, and then East Anglia is more towards Oxford, Cambridge side, I guess. Yeah, it's more on the east coast side, so that's there. Um, yeah, there will be difference in cost of living as well. So there are a lot of different factors that you need to consider before choosing a particular university. In terms of course content, they both are really good ones. So what is the job market there in data science? So I need to look into like current stats for May. As for till April, it's still not like very good. One good thing is pound is certainly has recovered quite a lot, so it has stabilized the market. So there was prediction like there will be uh, too much unemployment in the UK, almost it will double, something like that. But now that the market has stabilized, so the unemployment rate is also steady now, so that's a good thing. Is it reviving or not? That is something which we still need to wait and see. But I will do a dedicated video on this maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow. I will try to do it. I won't promise, simply because my laptop is not in working condition right now. It has some issue, some hardware issue, I guess. So I need to take it to service center. So if it is fixed, then I will be able to upload a video tomorrow or day after tomorrow. If not, then it all depends on when the laptop will be fixed. But yeah, I will make a dedicated video soon on that. Are you reading about LLMs? Yes, I am. Maybe not to the extent that I want to, is uh, because of the job I am currently working on. There's still a lot of things that I am trying to figure out there. So once I will start to get some time from that side, I will start to read about LLMs even more. But yes, every now and then I do read few things here and there. You're welcome, Deeman. what skill stack we need to focus on more for getting data analytics job specifically for UK. So there is nothing like you have to learn specifically for UK job market, because data analyst is a um, very uh, popular job role. It's there in all the countries, so you will be working on similar type of things. You will need similar kind of skill set. So I have a video about this. Let me quickly find that video, and I will post the link into the chat so that it will be helpful for you. So this is the link to that video where you can find skills you need to be data analyst in the UK. Do we need to have the knowledge of cloud? What's your point on that? It's not compulsory to have knowledge of cloud infrastructure, but nowadays almost all the companies are moving towards cloud. They are doing almost everything in cloud, be it AWS, Azure, GCP, something like that, Snowflake. So those are the very popular platforms now, and they are all cloud based. So it's good to have knowledge of how to use those platforms. Maybe not like architect level or any infrastructure level, but if you know how to use those particular platform, any one of them should be fine, because the skills are kind of transferable, so that should help. But it's not something which is compulsory to have. But I'm not getting DS jobs. Usual suggestion by people is to do projects. I am doing that, but do you have any additional tips? Mm, so there are two things. Are you getting calls for interviews? If yes, then your profile seems to be good. And if you're not able to clear the interviews, then you need to work on your skills, and both, I would say, not just technical skills, but also your communication skills, because that is important. So that's one thing. The next thing is, if you're not getting call itself, then there are things which you need to improve in your resume. And also you might want to create a very good portfolio, and by portfolio I mean you can host the projects that you are doing using Streamlit or something like that. Streamlit is a very good tool which you can use to host your projects, and you can actually host it for free, and you can share a link with the hiring manager. They can interact with the application, so that will tell them that whatever work you have done, and that will also tell them that you know how to productionize your application. So those are the things which you can do. Apart from that, to get more calls, what I would suggest you is, if you have something in mind like a sector, so let's say you want to get into financial sector, and you're focusing for all the companies which are in financial sector, try to do projects very specific to that particular sector, because that way when a resume will pop up into the hiring manager's inbox, they will look at your resume and they will know straight away that yes, you are interested in that particular industry and you have been doing projects related to that, so you might be having some sort of domain knowledge. That way you will be able to get more calls. So it can be for any other sector. If you are interested in health sector, if you are interested in supply chain or something like that, so that way you can increase the chances of getting calls. And if you're not sure, or if you are looking for various sectors, like let's say financial, health sector, supply chain. And if you have done projects in all the different domains, so maybe you can do 2 to 3 projects for different use cases but in the same industry, and put only those projects in your resume and make a different copy of resume, so you can have 3 copies of resume. And maybe one resume you can keep as a rainbow resume where you can have all sorts of projects. So that way you can probably increase your chances. Yes, it is going to take time, but it works actually. So that is something which I can tell you. And apart from that, yes, gaining some industrial experience would be good in terms of internship, or umdana is there for that. So yeah, those are things you can do. You can also go to meetups, you can meet people and make some good connections there. Apart from that, maybe join some hackathons, and there you can increase your skill set and probably make more connections as well. So yeah, those are some of the things which I can think of right now, and those are things I can suggest. I hope that helps. How to get job in data science in India? Actually, they are asking for 3 to 4 year of experience for junior level work. I am trying from 5 6 months, not happening. So you can probably try a different route, maybe go for data analyst roles. So that should help you. Apart from that, you can try for data engineering roles. So if you are able to get into data centric role, it will be easy for you to move out of that particular role and then get into data science after a year or so. So that is something what I can suggest. If you're not able to find any entry level or junior level role which are asking for less number of experience, in that case you have option to go for data analyst or data engineer roles. And probably from there you can try to uh, make your way to data science. Okay, what best companies are in UK for computer vision? I have no idea which companies are good for computer vision. um, Different companies have different kind of use cases. It's a very generic question, a very hard question to answer. So I don't really have answer to that, because in my company we can make use of computer vision, but right now we are not doing it, because that can be into pipeline for future, because right now we already are working on natural language processing. Once we have a particular application in place which can leverage the full potential of natural language processing, then we can probably move on to computer vision. So there's potential, but we are currently not leveraging that because we just don't have that much resources. And not just resource, but also it's about what is more important for you. So for now, natural language processing is more important for us, so that's why there will be some companies, for them I think computer vision might be really good, and it might turn out to be more profitable, so they will go for computer vision and not natural language processing. So it all depends on company to company. It's not like I can name a company or list of companies which are leveraging computer vision to the full extent. Maybe you can try to Google, you will be able to find those bigger companies. So yeah, that's there. How many hours and months daily I should spend in learning data science? required for doing MSc in data science. My university starts on September 6th. Mm, September 6th. So right now it's May, right? So June, July, August, September. So you have like 4 months. In 4 months, you can learn quite a lot. If you are already well versed with Python programming, then you can try to brush up your mathematical and statistical skills. If you are not very comfortable with Python programming, I would suggest getting comfortable with Python programming. So that's what I can suggest. It's not like you have to study. If you spend just like what 4 or 5 hours every day, I think that would be a really good target, and you will be able to learn quite a lot. So yeah, 4 or 5 hours should be fine. You're welcome, Naz. Hi, Hari. Not getting DS calls, only full stack job. I have 7 years on experience, so only getting full stack job call. Yeah, it happens. I mean, you have good amount of experience, so people would want to uh, make use of your experience, right? So that's there. But if you want to get into data science, one thing you can do is probably you can show some part of your experience in data science. You can say that in previous company you worked on data centric project, so that way it will show that yes, you have worked on data related projects. So that way you might be able to get some call uh, for data science roles. But except for that, you can do all the other things which I mentioned before. How is your university life, and can you explain the placement process for Newcastle University? So I've shared almost everything about my experience in Newcastle University and my masters. So you should be able to find a playlist saying that Masters in Data Science Newcastle University. So something like that will be the name of the playlist. There I have like lots of videos, so you can watch those videos uh, for my experience. As for placement process, there is no placement process, so they won't there won't be any companies. They will be coming to university to hire people. There will be just job fairs. Companies will come to advertise about what kind of role they have, what kind of work they do, and if you're interested, you can share your resume with them, or you can just give your email address to them, and if they think they have a suitable role for you, they can reach out to you. So it's a very straightforward process. Ultimately, you'll have to apply for jobs on your own, and that's there. But university will help you in terms of resume building, interview preparation. So yeah, university will help you in those things. Which is good in, where did the question go? Yeah, which is good in UK for masters for freshers, MSc in data science or MSc in financial technology? They are very different. If you have background in financial technology or financial sector, I think you can go for financial technology. And you might already know that London is a financial hub. There are a lot of bigger financial institutions here, so you might be able to get something related to that. As for data science, if you do projects related to financial sector, you can get into those companies as a data scientist as well, with good statistical knowledge. So that is there. Both have, they both have like kind of intersection. So that's there, but ultimately it comes down to you what you want to do. I mean, I don't know exactly what things they are covering in financial technology, so that's why I can't really say much about it. But if you feel like whatever things they are covering in financial technology, it is much more suited to you, you will be much more comfortable doing that in your masters and also after that in your profession. So you should just go for financial technology. But if you feel like you want to learn about Python programming or R programming, statistical mathematical concepts, and machine learning part, in that case I think you should go for data science course. Hi, I am going to University of Exeter this September for data science and AI. What are some of the topics I should brush up on before going, and what part-time should I look for? So I think it will be same as what I discussed in one of the videos. So I will try to look for that video real quick and I will share the link. So that should be helpful. Mm, So this is the link to that video. You can watch this video for prerequisites. This video should help you. And as for your next question, which is part-time jobs. So for first semester, I would say focus on your course, because the kind of teaching and education that you get here is very different as compared to in India. So you want to get settled, you don't want to mess up your course, so that's what I would suggest. And if you feel like yes, you are comfortable, within a month or so you can start looking for any kind of part-time job you want. You can work in warehouses, you can work in restaurants, something like that. But I think it would be good if you can find an internship in data science related stuff. So that would be really good, because that will give you some experience which will in turn help you to find a job after you finish your masters. And if things work out even better, then probably you will be able to convert that internship into full-time role. So that is there. So yeah, those are things you can try. And yeah, internship would be the better option. But if not, then certainly you can work in warehouse or restaurants or things like that. They do pay quite well. If you work for like 20 hours every week, you should be able to manage your rent and food and any kind of living expense. Is 1 to 1.5 years of data science experience enough for MSc? Yes, certainly. Any kind of experience helps. So yeah. Bro, I have learned machine learning and I have one doubt in DSA. Yeah, sure, you can ask if I can help. You're welcome, Raghumanda. in general there is huge progress in natural language processing field like ChatGPT. Are there any such success story in computer vision field that did not get people's attention? What ChatGPT is doing right now is already been done in computer vision. So ChatGPT is basically generating text, right? And models like Imagen and DALI, they use to generate images. So computer vision actually is well ahead of text or natural language processing. So that's there. But the thing is, people could not find much use case of that. So if instead of generating images, now models are trying to generate videos, and if this thing can be improved even better, like if AI can generate various kind of videos, then I think it will gain much more popularity. And there are attempts to generate videos, and there are some models they are making really good videos as well. So those kind of advancements are there in computer vision. It's just text is something which takes so much time to generate, because if you think about it, you can just take your camera and you can click a picture of someone, it's done. But if you want to write an essay, you will have to type everything and it is going to take some time. But if you can tell an AI to type for you, you can just get it done in no time. So that's why I think natural language processing is getting, or chat gpt or any large language model is getting so much popularity. And all the things which were there in computer vision, they didn't get much attention because it was not like it was not like making your life that easy. But yes, it was really cool. So yeah, that's there. Thanks a lot. Could you please give your contact number? So, Manjula, I have stopped sharing my contact number because during the initial days of my channel, I used to share contact number because I thought what could go wrong. But then what happened is people started sharing numbers all around, and then out of nowhere, I used to receive some random call. So I just stopped doing that. I'm not saying that you will do it, but it's just for my own privacy, I have stopped doing that. But if you want to have one-to-one conversation, you can always join channel membership. There you can book one-to-one session with me. So that is one way you can connect with me one-to-one if you like. You're welcome, Krish. How is Newcastle in terms of difficulty, for example, assessment? Do you know anyone in cybersecurity? uh, I don't know anyone in cybersecurity course. I can't really tell you how difficult or easy it is. I can only talk about the data science course. For me, it was not that difficult, maybe because I had learned quite a lot of things well beforehand, and I was really good with my Python programming skills. So I never had any issue. And also for people who were not really good with Python programming, they were able to learn by giving extra amount of time, by dedicating some more effort. So yes, it is totally possible. But then there were people, they didn't do very well. They sometimes missed the deadlines, or sometimes they just couldn't clear a particular module. So there are all type of people. They focus too much on part-time jobs and other sort of things. So obviously they won't be able to dedicate that much time for the course. So yeah, it is very subjective. So for me it was fine. For me it was not that hard. I can't really comment much on cybersecurity side. Sorry, are generating images and videos part of computer vision? I thought they are just generative models. um, Anything which is related to images or videos, they are part of computer vision. Anything which is related to text, it is part of natural language processing. What else? Anything which is in very structured format, like tabular data. So any kind of tabular data is part of a structured data set. So that's how it is generalized. So anything which is related to image or video, they come under computer vision. Is my electrical engineering bachelor background going to make any problem while searching data jobs? After doing masters in data science, I have 1 year of experience in IT as well. So now that you have experience in IT, I think you can be considered as a IT professional. So I don't think there should be a problem uh, as to what your bachelor's was in. So I don't think there should be a problem because in my batch there were people from electrical background, from electronics background, but they worked for like 2 3 years in an IT industry, so they never had any issue. There were people from pharmaceutical background also without even having any experience in IT whatsoever, and they were still able to get a data scientist's role. So yeah, it all comes down to your knowledge and skill that you have. Your background is not going to make or pose any kind of issues for you. You're welcome, Demant. Will be coming there soon. Which banks would you recommend for international students coming to Newcastle? And which supermarket is best in Newcastle? So as for bank, I have account in Nationwide, and I never had any issue with my bank. Whatever transactions I made, whether to transfer money from my Indian account to my UK account or to send money from UK to India, I never had any issues. So that can be consideration. And my main reason was to open account in Nationwide was it was easy at that time. I don't know what is the process now, but I was able to get my account open in just a week. Whereas when I went to Barclays or Lloyd's, it took quite a long time. They had like long waiting period. So that was the reason. But if you are able to open your account in any of the banks like Nationwide, Lloyd, HSBC, Nation, did I say Nationwide? So yeah, Barclay, I will say again, Barclay, Lloyd, HSBC, Nationwide. I think these are some of the banks which most of the people had account in my batch. So that's there. As for supermarket, it depends in which location you are staying. So if you are staying near Fenham, there are some stores like Morrison's, Farm Food, and Aldi. Aldi is considered to be the most affordable one. So there you can find a lot of stuff for cheaper price. So if you are staying in that particular area, I think Aldi would be a good option. If you are staying in city center, you should have access to Tesco. Tesco is probably the most expensive one. So that's there. Whenever I have to buy something from Tesco, I hardly buy like milk or bread. That's all, nothing more than that. Their meal deal is good for sure. So for £3, you will be able to get sandwich, any drink, and chips. So that's there. If you are living in Heaton side, there are again some bigger stores like Asda, Morrison's. There are other also, or TK Maxx, B&M, and things like that. So Those are the good ones. But if I have to pick two stores, I think I will say Aldi and Asda. So those are the stores where I go most often because they seem to have wide variety of stuff, and also I can pick a lot of stuff for cheaper prices. Thanks a lot. Can you briefly explain what all to do once we reach UK? Um, yeah, I can. If I remember everything correctly. So when I came, there was this quarantine because you won't have to do that, so that's a good thing. So I came here 10 days early. So the first thing I did was I went to my university to collect my BRP card. And if you have already paid your fees, you will be able to collect your university ID card as well. So those two things will be your top priority. And once you make your mind in which bank you want to open your account, you can go to university, you can ask them for bank letter. You can ask them for like 2 or 3 bank letters for different banks. You can take for, let's for example, let's say you took a bank letter for Barclay, Lloyd, and Nationwide. And then you can go to each and every bank and you can ask how much time it is going to take, and whichever will be the fastest one, you can take that. Or the other way around, you can go to the banks first. You can ask what are the requirements, which bank has less waiting period, and then based on that you can go to your university and you can collect bank letter. So that is the second thing that you would want to do. And then you have to register with the GP. So GP is like a hospital or doctor, your personal doctor. That again, you will get a card from the university. If you scan that QR code, it will directly take you to a website where you can register with the GP. So that is easy. I think that covers almost everything. If you are staying a bit far from university and if you fancy taking bus, I would say taking the yearly bus pass, student bus pass. It starts from September 1st and it is valid until June end, I guess. And it costs around £280 for that. So, and then you can travel as much as you want within Newcastle. So I think that is very cost effective, and I took that, and it was very much helpful for me. So that is an additional tip that I can give you. So those are the things which I can think of right now, but yeah, those are the important ones. For me, it's Newcastle University versus Cardiff University for data science masters. Cardiff is providing a 3-month internship. Do you have any idea about? I know about Cardiff University's course, but I don't know about the internship part. Mm, if they are providing an internship in a company, then I think it is worth exploring that option. As for course content, I think the course content is fine. Let me look for that list. So I have a list where I wanted to make a video for. So I have made a list of like Russell Group universities, like ranking them based on their course content, location, and stuff. But I haven't got much time to make that video, and also, like I told you, my laptop is not in current working state. So That's something. But yeah, if I have to rate the course content of Cardiff, it's like 3 out of 5, and for Newcastle University it's 4 out of 5. It's just my personal opinion. If you feel like Cardiff University is better for you, then certainly, or the course whatever they are covering there, if that is more than enough for you, I think it's all good. It's just my personal opinion. And one thing that you told is they are providing 3-month internship, which I think is a very good thing. But just get to know more about what that internship is and what you will be doing, which company you will be working in, things like that, right? So get to know those things, because even in Newcastle University there is a module called as data science in the wild, and one is a group project. So the group project that you do is something which is in collaboration with various companies, and then data science in the wild is also something that you do a case study with various companies. So you get that option in Newcastle University as well, but it's very short term based, like a month or so. It's not like 3-month internship. So yeah, that is there. So yeah, get to know more about the internship, and if you feel like yes, it is worth doing, then I think yes, that will be a very good option. Because if you have an option to convert that internship into a full time role, I think that is a uh, very big thing. So yeah, that's what I can suggest. When should we book flight? Hmm, I think as soon as you get your visa, you can book flights. That is there. Is there any specific app or website you would recommend? I booked my ticket on Make My Trip, so you might already know about that particular website, so nothing special. Uh, for me, there was an issue. So I had booked a flight which was, so I had to transit through Dubai, I guess, or any Middle East location, I guess. I don't remember exactly. So that was there. And the day before I was about to leave, there was a rule. They just came out of nowhere. They were saying that if you were transiting from yeah, it was Abu Dhabi. So if you are transiting from Abu Dhabi, you have to have a transit visa. Without that, you cannot do it. And I tried to look for a lot of different because that was my first international travel, and I never had done that kind of transit travel before. So yeah, I tried to look for various things, and I could not find much, so I had to cancel that particular flight, and I booked a direct one from Delhi to London. So that was there, but I think it's totally fine to take a transit one. I think it is more affordable. So yeah, that's there. But as for website, I think it was Make My Trip, and I think it was Vistara flight. Yeah, and yeah, you can book it whenever you get your visa. You can wait till you get your visa, because you don't want to book your flight and nothing bad is gonna happen. But if something happens, you don't want to lose a lot of cancellation fees in your flight as well. Chat has gone silent. I think all the questions has been answered. Well, if nothing else, we can end the stream now, and I will see you guys next Saturday, 12 p.m. UK time. Okay. Bye, everyone. Have a great weekend.